I know you've heard this, and I know you know this, and I know I'm preaching to the choir. But sometimes the choir needs to hear what's being said, so I'm going to say it again. And as I say it, and as I point a finger in your direction, understand that there are three pointing right back at me because we all need to be reminded to be simpler, to honor simplicity in our speaking and in our writing, not because people are stupid, they're not because people are lazy, they're probably not because our readers cannot understand, it's just that it's easier to absorb one truth as quickly as possible in a short period of time, simply learn it, and then build upon it. And so I'm going to give you an outline you already know. As you prepare your article, your essay, your speech, clergy, even your sermons, this is what you do day after day, week after week. You prepare to either write it or speak it. You stand up if you're a speaker, and the first thing you do, after maybe a warm up illustration or story or joke, but it's best if your warm up is related to what you're about to say. Otherwise, it's just wasted, I think, in terms of the big picture. So, here you are. And here I am starting a sentence with a so. Tell the people what you're going to tell them. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Somebody just walked behind me, didn't they? This is real life. That's what we call an introduction. You tell them what you're going to tell them. You encapsulate your entire essay, article, talk, speech, or lecture into a paragraph, a sentence if possible. In fact, you take the whole thing and you reduce it to a paragraph, and then you take your paragraph and reduce it to your first sentence. Go ahead, use the whole paragraph, but tell the people the subject and at least what the major points are going to be. And it's great if your thesis has a preposition attached to the end of it that allows your main ideas to be supporting your statement of either fact or opinion or a call to action. I know the sky is blue because I trust my eyes. I read it in a book and I was told by someone I trust. The preposition is because. I know the sky is blue. Now, that doesn't mean what I just said is truthful. It just means that what I said is logical. And I told you what I'm going to tell you. And then I'm going to go back and use those three supporting statements to tell you. And that will be called the body of the written document or the speech. I told you what I'm going to tell you, and now I'm telling you. Now, what do you do in there? You give a little more detail. You support your idea with quotes or facts or statistics or logic. And perhaps you illustrate each of those with some sort of story or quote or something else. It just depends on how long your speech is, how many stories you're going to tell, or if you need them, will they help you? But that's the body, and I don't want to take a long time with this today. You could make a whole semester course out of this. Now, what's the last thing you do? The last thing you do is you tell them what you told them. In other words, you recap it all. It's very similar to the introduction, except you're saying, here is what I told you. It is what we call a conclusion. And the conclusion should really match up with the introduction. And of course, the body has supported all of that. You tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, then you tell them what you told them. Then you close either with a great story, but always with a call to action. Because they're going to ask the question, so what? What do I do with this information? And you need to be ready to tell them. In the conclusion, while you're telling them what you told them, the answer to the question, so what? Go to my site on the internet or something like that. Now, what's my so what? I've told you what I told you. I told you what I was going to tell you, and I told you, and now I'm telling you what I told you. Now, take what you need to say and see if you can structure it that way. And people will listen more carefully and with greater enthusiasm. And then here's another call to action. If you need some help with that, you need some coaching, contact me at calendly.com/Coach Tom Sims. And I'll look forward to a conversation with you. Good day.